We tried. We lost it 20 minutes. We lasted 20 minutes into the show before we have to bring up some nonsense. And we're going to address the nonsense. It's going to go quick. It's got to be addressed. Everybody's asking me about it. If you checked my Twitter DMs, if you checked my Instagram DMs, it's just 80 to 90 people saying, are the Steelers going to trade for this guy? No. The answer is no. And we're going to shut it down real quick. We're going to be real smooth with it. But it's got to happen. Unfortunately, it's got to happen. So as soon as I drop this name, everybody's going to just leave. We won't say who said it until we read out the tweet. Okay. Quote, hypothetically speaking, would the Steelers trade a 2025 first round pick and a 2026 third round pick for Ceedee Lamb? For those of you who can't guess who said that, somebody from 93.7 The Fan, Andrew Filipponi, who I'm a big fan of Andrew Filipponi. I think he's great in the industry. I also think he knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to getting people riled up. And this is definitely something to get people riled up. Ceedee Lamb, same argument as Brandon Ayuk. You're going to pay him a boatload of money. I think he's better than Brandon Ayuk, but you're going to pay him a boatload of money and you're going to trade a first and a third round pick. I got a real short answer here. It's a no. You got a different answer for me?
No, I don't have a different answer for you. I'd like to see Ceedee Lamb on the Steelers, but again, in the reality of the situation, which again, like Pony, but again, the reality is often missing from some of his takes. And the reality of the situation, no, there is no reality in which the Steelers make this trade and spend all that money on Ceedee Lamb after we just had this discussion about Brandon Ayuk. I mean, it's the same talk. And you even talked about, they don't pay players that. How about just wide receivers? Let's make it plain and simple. There's always a question of, well, will they even give their wide receiver a second contract? Or is it just, hey, we're going to use them and then good luck what you do in your future endeavors, because they're so good at drafting wide receivers. Yep. Why all of a sudden would they turn around and say, you know what, let's trade a bunch of draft capital and then pay this guy a lot of money? Because everything leading up to this point in our entire organization's history has been the antithesis of that. And we've been pretty successful, have the Pittsburgh Steelers. So again, out of the realm of possibility and reality in my eyes.
Yeah, it's the Steelers need a quarterback. They have to figure out their quarterback situation. They're not giving up a first round pick until they do that. I get that they need a number 2 wide receiver, but they don't need another superstar. And if they could get another superstar, awesome. That's great. But you're not going to hunt for a superstar when you don't need one. You just need a wide receiver 2, and you need a wide receiver 2. It's very important to go get one. It's very, very important to go get one. But I'm telling you that you could start scratching off the Ceedee Lambs, the Brandon Ayuks, the Deebo Samuels, all those things. Like, it's just not the DK. I told you guys last week, I talked about DK Metcalf. I called someone that I trust heavily when it comes to Pittsburgh Steelers inside and what they're going to do, and a source that has never steered me wrong before. And I didn't even ask, is there a possibility? I just said, everybody keeps tossing out the name DK Metcalf after June 1st, and he laughed. The response I got was a laugh. Not happening. Look it. Ceedee Lamb, cross him off the list. Brandon Ayuk, cross him off the list. Deebo Samuel, cross him off the list. Anybody worth $30+ million a year and a first-round pick, cross them off the list. It's not going to happen. The Pittsburgh Steelers aren't looking for it. Courtland Sutton's the name, dude. We're going to talk about a wide receiver. Courtland Sutton's the name. He's the only one that makes sense. And until something else changes or you hear something wild, cross it off the list. Ceedee Lamb ain't happening. Sorry, Pony. Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you, but not happening.